Hey there, this is Holly's Rockin' Recipes, and I'm Holly, and thanks for checking me out. So it is the weekend, and it is the summer, so I decided to make my watermelon pop rock martinis. These are so tasty and so much fun, and really, shouldn't a cocktail be fun? So you can also make this for the kids, obviously minus the alcohol. So I'll go ahead and show you how I did it. The first thing is I made a mint infused simple syrup, and the way I did that was I put a cup of water and a cup of sugar on the stove, heated it up until all of the sugar dissolved, and then turned the heat off. And once I turned the heat off, I put in a bunch of mint leaves, and I just let them steep in the hot syrup until it cools off. I take the mint leaves out, and then I have a nice mint infused simple syrup. This is so tasty. And then the other thing I did is I had half of a seedless watermelon, cut it up, put it in the blender, and pureed it. So out of a half of a watermelon, I got about 8 cups of watermelon puree. So I'll show you how I put this together. So the first thing is I'm going to put in about a half a cup of the mint infused simple syrup into the watermelon puree. Then I am going to put in about a half a cup of Prosecco. And Prosecco is just Italian sparkling wine. It's very similar to champagne, but it doesn't have the price tag that champagne has. So it's very tasty. And it is going to make this bubble up, so I'm going to do this slow. And then, because it is a martini, I'm going to put in about a half a cup of vodka. So I have about a half left in this bottle. And this is so pretty too. It's such a pretty color. So the vodka goes in. And then of course, if you want to put more, you can put more. Then I'm going to squeeze in a couple of limes, just to make sure it doesn't get too sweet. Squeeze in the limes there. And I don't understand why limes don't have seeds and lemons do. I'll have to look that up. It's so much easier to squeeze limes into something than lemons. So I'm going to give this a stir. And the fun part. What I do is I take my martini glass and the simple syrup, and I just tip it upside down. And I just brush on some of that simple syrup on the edge of the martini glass, just around the rim there. And then I put it in the pop rocks. These are so much fun. I remember these as a kid, eating this candy. You can already hear it pop. Put my martini in there. Isn't that pretty? It looks so good. Now, if you want to do this for kids and make a watermelon pop rock punch, just replace the alcohol with a lemon lime soda. Do the same thing, squeeze in some limes and use the mint infused simple syrup and the watermelon puree, and there you go. Watermelon pop rock martini or watermelon pop rock punch. So I got to give this a taste. They're popping all over the place. You gotta try this one out. It'll definitely make you want to dance.
To there.